welcome back.
Good to see you and hear
and you.
Oh yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hi.
Oh.
Welcome to the Healthy Conversation.
And masturbation.
Yes. What a topic.
Yeah, and it kind of comes from, if I'm being totally honest, from a little masturbation session of my own a couple of weeks back. Isn't that nice?
I know.
And I just thought, do you know when you hear about some women, they oh yeah, I talk about masturbation all the time with my girlfriends.
Oh really?
I never.
No, not masturbation. It's always conversations with sex.
Yeah. That is, oh wait, right, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. I never, when I was growing up, there was never...
We've spoken about it. Like, there's one or two friends that will, like, bring it up now and again, but it's not really a thing.
Do you know what? Blokes done it, and I remember, like, we used to be in this massive gang that used to hang around the car park.
Please tell me you're not all masturbating.
Can you imagine? Yeah, no.
Like, I mean...
Those kids. Oh my God, great. It's like the hippie commune. All the boys. Oh, there they are again.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Back in the room. Welcome. The boys could...
What?
Masturbate.
In the park?
No! I'm talking about when they're at home. When they're at home, it was all like, oh yeah, I had a wank over her last night. I had a wank over her last night. But the girls never, like the girls, it was almost like it's dirty.
Yeah, but girls don't really, well, I don't know. As far as I was aware, females don't need to wank over a certain someone.
No, that is true.
They can just do it. Without even thinking of anyone or anything.
Yeah, it's just a feeling, isn't it? Yeah.
So do men always have to think of something or see something?
I don't know. It's a good question. Any guys watching this, please write in.
Please write in and let us know.
But yeah, I never encouraged like mum and dad. Have you had a wank today, Abigail? No, I haven't. Sorry. Get back upstairs. You can't leave until you do. It never happened.
I don't think that really does happen.
No, but there was never... I don't think I ever had a conversation about the birds and the bees, to be honest with you.
I think because I had this horrific boyfriend who was way too old for me, really quite weird. Poor mum and dad didn't get there in time.
Oh.
And they knew that, so it was all really awkward.
Mm.
Oh, poor mum and dad, I'm sorry.
Well, God, but you see, the thing is, with that, I actually think they would never have done it. No offence, you could have been a virgin up to this point. They probably wouldn't have said it. Do you know what I mean? They would have said it if they would have said it. Do you know
I think now it's like we're more open.
Mm.
Obviously, a little bit. I mean,
sorry, a bit more open.
I mean, if that's the way you want to see it. Hi, Mum.
Hi, yeah.
Oh, you distracted me. But no, we're more open now. I can't remember what was spoken about. I'm sure the birds and the bees was spoken about to a certain extent, but nothing that I remember.
Nothing deep.
Nothing deep. Yeah.
I think that's probably the same with most people, unless you have a really awesome, cool parent.
But I remember this time that I was what my mum used to call it, wiggling your bottom.
Is that code for masturbation? Oh.
I think that's where it came from, my mum.
Is that what you used to do?
Wiggle. But it'd be like always on top of the clothes, but just like what makes you feel nice.
Oh, okay.
But I was young at the time, and my grandma walked in the room, and I think from that, do you know what I mean, poor grandma, not that she could see anything, because all I was seeing was like, like cumping the corner of a chair. Oh God, it's so embarrassing. Why is it embarrassing though?
I don't know. I mean, it should. It's like the most natural thing ever, isn't it?
No, I'm being really honest.
But
but from that moment, I think it's always been a shame thing, because your grandma walks in, it's like ah, and then nothing's ever spoken about again.
But did Grandma like completely unacknowledge the fact that
It never happened. Yeah, there was no conversation.
Cup of tea, dear. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
So I've never really embraced masturbation. I've done it, I do it, and I'm doing it more recently because I'm getting back in tune with my female organs.
Your vagina.
My vagina.
Yeah. Your vajayjay.
Vajayjay, my nunny.
So many beautiful words.
I know, and but I still don't know it that well.
That's a good question. Do you know your vagina very well? Again, right in. You know what? Just to put it out there, it is one of those days we are both delirious. It's been one of them weeks. But anyway, back to masturbation.
And we're talking about masturbation.
Yes. So it's lightening it really. But so I don't really remember the first time I did it, but I do remember getting, because I used to live with my nan, and I do remember getting one of them rampant rabbits from.
How old were you?
At 18.
Okay.
19. And I never forget the first time I used it. I mean, I turned it on and it sounded like a lawnmower. You know, you think, shit, can she hear this downstairs? And I actually think I might have left it on upstairs, gone downstairs and like just checked.
That's a good trick.
Anyway, obviously it's all clear. And I came back and it took me like 5 seconds.
Did
I
it?
didn't even have time to like moan. Done.
Really?
Yeah, it was so powerful. It was done. And I didn't really like the cockpit. It was obviously just. It was just like zzz, instant bliss.
I don't think that's ever happened to me that quickly.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. But in hindsight, when you look at that, it is taking away your pleasure because there's nothing more beautiful than that climax up. Do you not think? Whereas like. It was like that. It was like wham bam fake you.
Well, I can't speak from experience because I've never been that quick before ever in my life.
I nearly shot through the roof.
Shot through the roof.
Shot. It's vivid. But obviously, when you live with your grandmother, it's pretty cool because it's done very, very quickly.
Exactly, that's what you need. I see what you mean, like. But then that's the when you've got time. I mean, do you know what I mean? You've got time, then yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Don't do it that quickly. But when you're in a rush or you live with your nans,
I've just got these. I've just got these images of when you're not in a rush. You know, you're running down the stairs to work. Shit, I'm not masturbating.
I think what men do. Well, actually, they just go look down like, run back in again.
But why is it so taboo? Why?
Well, sex is taboo, isn't it?
But why? When you think back in the day with the old yogis, in the Vedic times, you know, it was celebrated. Sex was celebrated.
Yeah, but then you know, 30s, 40s, you know, all of that. Sex was like not a thing. Well, females have been massively suppressed. Like, I was actually talking to a friend about it yesterday, and she's like, okay, right, you know, all about women's rights and power and stuff, but she said it's getting a bit silly now. Like, everyone is like, women's groups this, women's groups that, blah 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 blah, and she's like, come on, like, you know,
now's the time to unify.
Yeah, but I do get it to a certain extent, but also I don't. Like, I think females do need to have that space, like men do. There's private men's clubs and there's lots of male things that are out there. We don't know about it because we're not men, so we don't look for it. But I know there is a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of my friends who personal train and do like male retreats, and you know, like we do. Well, I want to do female retreats. I've diverted from what I was talking about. Masturbation.
And suppression of women.
Yeah. So I think with the suppression of women, that's with sex as well, isn't it? It's a taboo. It's not women don't do it. Women don't do it. Women don't poo. we're virgins until we get married. I mean, this is like back in the day, sort of. Don't poo. That's generally probably not what they said, but back in the day, sort of beliefs, and it's just been conditioned, I suppose. Now we're just starting to peel away those layers. There's so much on about. There's a programme on BBC called 100 Vaginas. Now that was so raw. I really recommend anyone watch it. My partner's work colleague, he actually watched it and told Gervais to watch it, and he said he learned so much from it.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
It's just females. Like, this woman took pictures of 100 vaginas, and she's interviewing the females, and she asked them questions about periods. She asked them questions about masturbation, about sex, and it's just different viewpoints. And you see these pictures of the vaginas, about what they look like. You know, you don't really know what other vaginas.
This fly comes in every single time. It's like, who are you?
I obviously smell because it only comes to me.
She's spoken about poo.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? Something's just coming to my brain, which is kind of going off masturbation, but very quickly. In that, you say about like men have had their clubs, but I wonder whether that came around from the menstrual cycle circles that were prevalent back in the day. I wonder if, you know, that was actually, if you look at it, we actually inspired men to create their own clubs, because that's what we had. But ours, unfortunately, I'm not going to get into the politics of why that got lost.
No.
I know how that came about.
Yeah.
But perhaps we should look at that as more as an inspiration instead of a segregation.
Yeah.
And then that allows us to step back into our own clubs. I don't think it is wrong to have a same-sex organisation. No. But I do think that we do need to unify a little bit more, because otherwise we're going to end up like splitting the world in fours. But
that's why at the moment they've got but like it is a thing to have a what's it called, a stag and a hen sten.
So I thought it was a stag. Oh no, it's a hag. Hag. Hen and a stag. Hen and a stag. Hag.
Or sten or hag.
Either one. We're flesh both. Sorry. Oh, delirious. Come back. Come back.
Yeah, so how often do you masturbate, Abby?
I don't think enough.
No.
I don't think enough. Do you know what I'm going to say?
Can you...
Every couple of weeks.
Oh, that's more than me, I think.
Give or take.
But is it like a...
Come sit with his friend.
My eyes just went boss-eyed trying to look at the fly. Is it proper masturbation, or is it just like a quick untop the clothes, or is it like you're lying in your bed?
Well, the one that I had a couple of weeks ago, I was in a sacred space of mine, and I was doing some movement and meditation and some drumming, and I was doing a journey. That's it. I was doing a journey, a shamanic journey. For those who don't know what a shamanic journey is, it is a journey into the lower worlds where you're basically tuning into your unconscious, and you connect with spirit, and you are offered gifts and clarification. And what I saw was this mermaid, but I was the mermaid, so I became the mermaid, and I got so turned on that I began to masturbate. It wasn't a quick. It was a real joy. It was just a real joyful experience.
So yeah, because I told you earlier, didn't I? We were talking about this. That I tend to get turned on during meditations, like really deep meditations, and the last 2 really deep meditations that I've done this year, I've really got turned on, and I was just rolled with it, and I masturbated. But, excuse me, I don't think I ever masturbate to the point of coming or orgasming. Orgasming. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah. And because I think there is that fear, like I somehow think that there's cameras in the flat, or someone's watching me, or I just have that fear. Like I just can't, and I'll stop for a bit, and then I'm like, oh, and then I'll do it a bit more.
That's the granny situation, right?
Yeah, it must be.
You need to process the granny situation.
Yeah. Because
I had this last night. Sorry, again, go break away for 1 second. I had this revelation last night when I was filling out.
Can't see this slide, but it's definitely.
both Indy and I did are in this same business coaching group, and I realised for years, right, I thought if I became famous, I'd have all these people sending in nasty stuff about me, and then everyone would hate me. Bizarre, right? But it's just how your brain functions to protect yourself. Don't go out of your comfort zone, because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
So for you, it's on that same par of like Granny's about to walk in. Don't come. Did you come when Granny walked in, or was you?
No, but I don't think I've ever reached that point of. I don't think. Well, I have never orgasmed with masturbation, and it takes me a lot to orgasm because I don't have that. I'm more aware now that I don't have that self knowledge on how I like it. So how is anyone else gonna know? So true. That is so true. God, when you think to not know, and how many years have you been in your body? 31. When you think 31 years, no disrespect to you. I mean, I'm sure we're all in the same boat that you're unsure of a certain part of your body. It just feels weird, doesn't it? To start. For me, it's that acknowledgement feels weird to say that, but yeah. Because I remember speaking to a friend about it recently, early this year, because I've had a lot of candida problems, so that came out as thrush. So for the last sort of year, maybe 2, maybe 3, it was really, really bad. So me and my partner had no sex life for pretty much that whole time. The time that we did have sex, I cried because it was sore. Like, it was just horrific. It was really horrific. I basically shut the doors to my ninny and was like, it's a no-go area. Like, chained it up, locked the key and threw it away. I swallowed it. And it's only recently that I've started to sort of really relax, and now we do have good sex, which is really nice, and it's like the first time in a long time that I've been able to not think and just like enjoy it. But with that conversation that I was having with my friend, we were talking about masturbation, so it's probably the only conversation I've had bar this one about masturbation with a friend in the last sort of 5 years. And she was saying a funny story about her whatever. And then I told her, well, I don't really do it, and like sex and all that jazz. So she was saying, her clitoris, that's the spot. That is the spot for her. She doesn't need to do anything else. That's the spot. Go to that spot. Like, just do it. When I speak to you next, I want to hear a story. So I tried it, but I do find the clitoris way too intense, and I don't know if I can enjoy it that much. Like, it's weird. This is it. I just don't know. I find it really I've tried it. I haven't tried it enough, or properly given it a go. But I do prefer more of like penetration. And if it is around the clitoris, I definitely prefer like having clothes in front of it because it feels nicer. But then I still don't know, just feel. I went through a stage of penetration and clitoris, which is pretty awesome. And then I kind of just went to the clitoris. And then, I really enjoy the clitoris stimulation, to be honest with you. I think I need to explore it more. Maybe I should get one of those rabbits with the things. Try. Yeah. I mean, if you're saying that it's pretty overwhelming, that is like 100 miles an hour in one go. Yeah, because even during sex, if it's focused too much on it, I'm literally like, it's almost not enjoyable. Yeah. Is that normal? What's not normal? What is bloody normal? I mean, come on. It is what it's meant to be. It is what it is. It is what it is, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. I would love to know the stats on how often a woman masturbates. If anyone out there knows, share the knowledge. Share the knowledge. How long? Male masturbation. My partner, Red. Oh, did he read? That apparently it's... Oh, I can't... Do you know what? I shouldn't have mentioned it because I can't remember the ins and outs. But apparently when they ejaculate, they lose certain vitamins or minerals or X, Y and Z, that if you just want to stick and have a clearer head, it's best not to masturbate.
Well, that's what the yogis used to say. You don't ever basically lose your seed. And this was the whole conversation about the Kundalini rising thing. So I told my shamanic teacher what had happened in my journeying, and she told me that she believes it was a Kundalini awakening, and she wondered what would have happened if I hadn't have actually masturbated and come.
Oh, wait, what she's saying, just don't come?
Because it is like a release of power and energy.
So I've always got that power and energy in me then.
Flex. First, I'm just giving it out.
That's when you do that. Such a good sound effect.
My mate does a great machine gun.
Men, I would have to say, men do better sound effects.
Yeah, and Claire does a really awesome machine gun.
Oh, that's not bad though.
Man, just a bit of a bonus. Anyway, back to masturbation. Losing your seed.
Losing your seed, yeah.
I mean, do you feel tired after
Sex?
masturbation?
Or masturbation? No. Do you?
I generally feel like a bit zzz. Does that make sense?
Like zapped?
No, it's like really weird, almost as if you're on another etheric realm, you know? You know, like, what was that film we went crazy for? Oh, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
When like the world, like there's a world just there type thing.
Yeah.
And like my body's like zzz, and I feel a bit like, ooh.
Yeah, no, I get that. And it's hard to get back and not, you know, just be like, oh, I've just got to be normal now. It's hard to step out of that. That's fine.
We was we was looking at statistics, and what I thought, what did I say? Oh, this actually made me laugh, because prior to us starting this podcast and video, India stubbed her toe and hurt it rather badly. And here it says, another aspect of the hormonal changes in the brain when you masturbate is the release of pain-reducing substances, which thus increase your pain threshold.
So what Abby suggested was I should wank after I stubbed my toe. Which
All women,
which
I
I
would have minded.
Which I didn't. But next time.
Oh, here's a good one. The increased blood flow and muscle contractions experienced during masturbation helps to exercise the pelvic floor effectively, which can help prevent organ prolapse and urine disturbances in the long term. There are certain points in my life when I do think, wow, I'm lucky to be a woman. Especially when I read things like that.
So masturbation helps the pelvic floor?
Yeah, but just as a quick one, and my my dear friend and therapist, physical therapist Pentony will back me up on this, you can work your pelvic floor all day long, only if you've got enough collagen in it. And then when you get to a certain point...
When anyone mentions pelvic floor, you're like...
yeah.
Start squeezing it.
Squeeze. Because I remember saying, oh, I'm going to be taking this collagen. She went, fabulous. She said, because your pelvic floor needs collagen so that you can train it to stay strong. As we get older, the collagen diminishes, which is part of the problem why the pelvic floor loosens, because there's not enough collagen there.
So taking collagen?
Yes.
Interesting.
Collagen is awesome, especially a very good brand for your joints, your tendons, muscles, repair, skin, nails, everything. So yeah, just worth noting that. But I'm just seeing oh hi. I'm just noticing if there's anything else.
I mean, the stats that I saw, I know you asked, I couldn't really find any specifics or any facts that really were you can take as gospel. But I mean, men obviously masturbate more than women. and
Is that obvious?
but there was something like between the ages of 18 to 29, 20% of women masturbate twice a month.
Oh, really?
Mm.
I would say it probably sounds about right.
Mm.
Especially if you're, and this is no disrespect to people that don't have a family, it's if you've got children and you're running a house and you're going to work and you've got a husband.
Well, that's the last thing you'd want to do.
What's wrong with a cup of coffee?
Yeah, but that's 18 to 29. So that's before the majority of people have children. On average, now in this modern life, people don't normally have children until later on.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hear your experiences.
You've heard a lot about ours.
Yeah, really laying ourselves bare, aren't we?
Basically, but do you know what? Where the growth comes from.
It does.
So yeah, reach out. Let us know what you thought of this podcast, what you think.
What your opinions are, yeah. Stories, funny stories, embarrassing stories, shy if you just, not sure if it's normal kind of stories.
Or if you've got a question or if you're unsure about something or you just need to chat, reach out. It's no problem. We'd like to hear from you either way.
Not saying we'll have the answers, but sometimes it's just nice to know that it's not weird.
Yeah. You're not weird, I promise.
Thank you for listening.
Cheers.
This is India.
This is Abby.
This is the Healthy Conversation.
Ta-da!